Nu gaan we kijken naar Filemon die een Skype-interview heeft met Lecrae.
I could play the background, 'cause I know sometimes I get in the way.
Yeah.
So won't you take the lead?
How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. My name is Filemon, by the way.
Okay.
We spoke like 5 or 10 years ago for a radio interview, but you won't remember that anymore. How long have you been rapping now?
Well, I've been rapping since I was a kid, only like maybe 11, but I've been, a Christian. I became a Christian right after high school, so I started changing the type of music I was writing around that time.
I can't endure this life without your wisdom being heard. So word to every dancer for a pop star, 'cause we all play the background, but mine's a rock star. Yeah.
Why did you decide to do hip hop with a gospel message or with a Christian message?
My philosophy was just always to, whatever I'm about, I have to rap about it. So whatever I'm most passionate about, I'm going to communicate in song. And for me at the time, and at the time then and now, Christ and Christianity was what I was most passionate about. And so it was kind of I couldn't help but talk about it.
Did you expect the success of Rehab and Rehab the Overdose?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm always blown away. With every album, I'm blown away at the response and the support of every project I do. So it always blows my mind. You just never know what to anticipate. In these projects, I just had no idea.
Can you tell me in a few sentences the main message of Rehab?
Yeah. The main message of Rehab is that we're all a broken people, but God has given us purpose and created us for a reason, according to Ephesians 2:10, and that the only way we're going to be able to live out our purpose is for us to be restored and to be rehabilitated, and that happens through the gospel of Jesus Christ. So Jesus is the rehabilitator, and that's really what Rehab is about.
So how much do you need rehab? Every week, 1 time a day?
Oh yeah, every day. I need restoration. I'm not what I should be, but I'm not what I used to be, and so I'm in a process, and I'm still growing, and God is conforming me into His image.
What's your favorite song on Rehab or Rehab the Overdose?
Favorite song, probably Killer on Rehab. I had a good time making the song. Thought it was good content, and it was inspired by Proverbs 5-8, and it really just it's just something that I love the music and I love the message, and I was just glad to put it together.
The hood won't pop, hip-hop wanna see the common in me. And since it's a senseless contradiction, I end up a misfit trying to fit in. This ends when I stand up and see the hands of the standard. Holy is the Lamb. Now we holding you to man up, 'cause we were made in His image. Start looking at what you came from.
So you just released Man Up the movie, Man Up the album, and the curriculum. Can you tell me something about that album?
Man Up is a project that it's a soundtrack to a short film directed by Sho Baraka that really covers, some themes that we felt were important for biblical masculinity. And that's what the album attempts to do, is to cover those themes: sexual temptation, envy, authority, repentance. And so the aim is to just talk about those particular themes in a way that is relatable to young men who love the music.
Why did you guys thought it was necessary to release Man Up?
Well, when you get the men, you get the city. I think when young men are the leaders and the lifeblood, the trendsetters, they commit most of the crimes, and they can, on the flip side, be the most inspiring and the most revolutionary. And so when you get them, you get the city. And women follow the young men, and young men can either take advantage of them and take the life out of them, or they can breathe life into them and empower them, encourage them to be who God created them to be. So we just felt like targeting young men would be a good way to go.
Life will never make sense because you never made sure. We got it twisted sick like a fever. Little man live, stack dough, keep man up, get up out of that treehouse, leave them cookies alone. It's time to eat meat now. Trying to show you.
So what's your ultimate dream that what this album will do?
My ultimate dream is that it will inspire young men to take a deep look at what it means to be a man. To ultimately follow Jesus, as Jesus rejected passivity. He wasn't passive. Jesus embraced responsibility and stepped up to the plate, and he was very courageous. And that young man will be courageous, responsible, and not passive. And that's what we're hoping the album will inspire people toward.
You grew up without a father.
Right.
What impact did it have on you becoming a man?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, heavy. It was a heavy impact for me, because growing up without your father, you don't have someone to teach you some of those basic things. I mean, mostly, you know, having your own biological father, you can see yourself in him, and you can see, and you feel like you're connected to him. So when he tells you, you know, way to go, or good job, or this is how you do it, it means a whole lot. And so just having those male role models and male figures, I think, are important. And it affected me by, you know, really just not knowing how to connect to older men, not knowing how to treat women, not knowing how to do simple things, you know, work on cars, or, you know, little things that just a man can pass down to a son. And I just didn't get some of those things. Some young guys have fathers at home who work a lot and provide, and my stepfather provided, but they don't engage. And so they don't know how to engage young boys and teach them anything. And so, and he didn't have his father either, so he didn't learn from his father. And so it just becomes a cycle of not knowing how to teach, to talk to engage young men and teach them how to be men.